Hey, happy Tuesday to everybody. It's June 13th, 2017. Hey, just letting you guys know, I've gone through your reboots. I haven't graded them yet, but I took a good look at what everybody was turning in. And, well, some people really took off with what I was trying to explain in these executive summaries. Um, there's a couple teams that still just are not following the instructions, and I apologize. I don't know what to do beyond where we're at. I've got videos, I've got instruction. Most of the teams have caught on to this, and you guys are working at it. Some just, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's summer and you guys are just off. It is what it is, okay? I'm going to put a copy up there of what I thought was best in group, I guess. Are they perfect? No, but man, you're getting there. And I'll tell you, you guys are probably sitting on the other end going, "Is this a class about executive summaries?" No, but we're gonna move on here pretty quick. And if you guys learn how to write this stuff, it's gonna go better. And we're gonna learn a lot more if we can get past this little glitch for some of you. So, hey, to the people that really took the time to dig in, hey, you're gonna get and feel the rewards of that. Okay. Um, just another downside. Couple notes coming through of people that didn't participate. Hey, I have no choice but to leave you off additional points. You can't float with the team's upside when you didn't contribute. And so if you have a problem with that, you got my number, call me. If you don't want to call me, you can call the chair. Okay, she's well advised of how I run this class. All right, but let's talk about it. You got another one coming up. I think is due here this week or next. And then we are so on the downside in this class right now. So you only have a few more assignments left, and then we're rolling into the final exam. So I think in terms of work, wasn't that bad. And I hope you guys feel the same way. If not, shoot me a message. Let me know if you thought there was too much work in this class. I know the team part of it is what it is, and I apologize if you didn't get a good team. I appreciate those people that copied me on their communications and discussions with their teams. I think that's helped some. Whenever I can get involved in it, I know for sure that's had an immediate impact. So let's talk about CITO for a minute. So when we start looking at whether we're decentralizing or centralizing our decision making and our resources, look, there is no way that centralizing resources will ever be better than decentralizing from the standpoint of the customer, okay? From the standpoint of cost and the standpoint of resource allocation, absolutely, okay? So it's really hard to pay for duplicity and, reoccurring expenses, whether overhead or fixed, that are duplicating everything back at corporate. But the fact of the matter is that we have to do it in a sensible way, because servicing the customers is primal. I mean, without it, we have no argument to begin with, right? So here's one of the things that's worked for me in the past, having been with a company that was in like 84 different countries. One of the things that we did was we were able to set up each of those units, set them up as a separate business unit with P&L, obviously, and then tying all the employees together to either employee equity, share opportunity, or tying them together in profit and loss. And that really helped out tremendously. You got to be clear on their goals. You got to be clear on lines of accountability and responsibility. But when you can tie people together financially with their goals, things begin to happen. And they begin to happen in a positive way. Okay? You will quickly find out who is performing and who is just riding it out. Okay? So Saito made a lot of mistakes because they didn't tie everybody together. They weren't organized. They weren't pre-calibrated. And that was their biggest problem. And they're still not. A lot of companies like that. This is where I make some of my spending money, per se, is with consulting, especially in the hospitals. The hospitals seem to struggle tremendously with lines of clear accountability and responsibility and tying people together. And so often you have people doing their own thing at their own standards and levels. Doesn't work well. So Saito suffered from a lot of that, and that's what made then the problem of decentralized operating even more exasperated. All right, so the critical point with Saito wasn't just the fact that they had an argument for centralized versus decentralized. It was how they structured their organization altogether. They were just poorly structured, period. Okay. So anyway, we have more coming up. For those that are on the message boards, I know your names now very well. I appreciate it. It's recognized. Do you get extra credit? Well, I'll tell you what. I did throw a couple 5-pointers out there for some people. So don't think I forgot about that. Number 2, when I see your name out there and I get to know you, I get to understand your writing and your thinking better. All right? So it does have a positive impact. So I would get out there if you haven't yet, for sure, okay? So I'll be back out there tonight, and then most later this week. My Mondays and Tuesdays are brutal because I'm doing a lot of grading. I ripped through a lot yesterday, and I've got a lot more to do yet today. So anyway, take care. If you have any concerns about the level of work here, get in touch with me. Let's have a discussion. Take care.